US evicts Russians for spying and imposes sanctions after election hacks. Oh, this is going to be good. So, President Barack Obama on Thursday ordered the expulsion of 35 Russian suspected spies and imposed sanctions on two Russian intelligence agencies over the involvement in hacking the US political groups in the 2016 presidential election. Just before we keep going with this, now do keep in mind, guys, there has no been proof actually provided on this. They've just said that they've hacked and there've been no proof provided. The measures taken during the last days of President Obama's presidency mark a new post-Cold War low in US-Russian ties, which have deteriorated over differences about Syria and Ukraine. Allegations by the US intelligence agencies that Russian President Vladimir Putin personally directed efforts to intervene in the US election process by hacking mostly Democrats have made relations even worse. These actions follow repeat private and public warnings that have issued to the Russian government and a necessary and appropriate response to efforts that harm the US interests in violation of established international norms of behavior, Obama said in a statement from vacation in Hawaii. God, even when he's on vacation, he's trying to lead a war. All Americans should be alarmed by Russia's actions, he said. Really? Because I'm more alarmed by your actions. It was not immediately clear whether President-elect Donald Trump, who has repeatedly praised Putin and nominated people seen as friendly towards Moscow to senior administration posts, would seek to roll back the measures once he has taken office in January 20th. The Kremlin, which denounced the sanctions as unlawful and promised adequate retaliation, questioned whether Trump's approved of the new sanctions. Moscow denies the hacking allegations. Like I said before, guys, there has actually been no proof except the fact that the US intelligence agencies said they have hacked. That's all the proof they've provided. US intelligence agency says Russia was behind hacks in Democratic Party organizations and operatives ahead of the November 8 presidential election. US intelligence officers also say that the Russian cyber attacks were aimed at helping Trump, a Republican, defeat Democrat Hillary Clinton. Trump has rejected the conclusion said on Wednesday that we ought to get on with our lives when asked about the possible tough sanctions for the cyber attacks. Obama put sanctions on two Russian intelligence agencies, the GRU and the FSB, for GRU officers and three companies that provide material support to the GRU cyber operations. He said that the State Department declared as a persona non grata 35 Russian intelligence operatives and is closing two Russian compounds in New York and Maryland. Wow. And were used by Russian personnel for intelligence-related purposes. The State Department originally said that 35 were diplomats. So they basically shut down two diplomatic consulates. Wow, okay. International law doesn't seem to matter to the Americans at this point in stage. Is it just me, or does Obama seem like he just wants to set the whole world on fire because his party lost the election? The Russians have 72 hours to leave the United States, the officials said. Access to two compounds will be denied to all Russian officials as of noon on Friday. Alright, guys, I will put a link in the description below so that you can read this whole article. Personally, I think this is absolutely ridiculous. The Democrats have lost the election, so they're basically just trying to set the world on fire. Maybe they're hoping that Trump can't fix relations with Russia. I've got no idea, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Personally, if I was in the American government, I would actually be wondering if the president is of sound mind. No person in their right mind would start a war literally less than a month before he leaves office. that is just basically him just cracking the shits, and taking his bat and ball and going after he burns the whole world. But guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment description below. Are you as worried about this as I am? And is this sort of impact on your view on Obama? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please snap a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. And apart from that, guys, I'm going to go and build my own bomb shelter. Have a great day and enjoy.